Kurunji Senior Secondary School, CBSE, Namakkal.
Successful result producing school in state every year.
Administered by the Board of Directors with over 35 years of experience in the teaching field.
Special attention on art, craft, music, dance, silambam, yoga, skating and karate.
Focus on Hindi Sabha and Spell Bee Olympiad exams.
Smart class for effective and innovative learning and well-furnished library.
Solitary importance on sports and games in state and national level.
WhatsApp facilities to know activities of students and school inside the campus.
Free bus for LKG to 8th standard.
Free, hygienic and nutritious food.
NEET, JEE, IIT coaching experts from Rajasthan and Andhra Pradesh along with our effective teachers.
Admission registration for classes LKG to +2.
Kurunji Education Institution, Kavetipatti, Namakkal. Admission in progress. CBSE, KG to 12, contact 9025895176. Metric 6 to 12, contact 9344567484. For online admission, log on to www.kurunjischoolnkl.in.
Good morning students. In this video session, I would like to explain about one of the abiotic factor in the ecological system, that is the soil. Along with soil, I am continue with in this video how the organisms are give the response to that abiotic factors. Up to now, what we completed the some of the abiotic factors: temperature, light, water, and soil. By these abiotic factors, how it will be shows the influence, and then influence onwards how organisms gives the response to the abiotic factors. These concepts we will know in this video. See on the screen one of the abiotic factor, soil. Already previously we completed about water is a abiotic factor. What are the different adaptation characteristics exhibited by the different water zones, aqua, fresh water or saline water. Based on that previous video we discussed. Adiki munnadi video temperature, how it will shows the effect on the organisms. Light also completed. So come to this video. Here today in this video soil. In the soil wise, in the ecosystem wise, when the one ecosystem is having the different vegetation and different fauna, different organisms, that is depends upon the either directly or indirectly the nature of the soil. What type of soil is there? Based on the soil nature, different type of plant will grow. By the different plants, what type of plant growth is occupying by that land places, based on that the plant dependent of organisms are we can find it in that particular geographical places. So here study of the soil, anthropic factors of the soil we call the pedology. Pedology, study of the about soil nature, soil regarding factors that we call as a pedology. Then the soil in the different places in different in nature. Soil is not at the same in the different geographical places. If you take one geographical place itself, it is not at maintain the same type of a soil. For example, in the Tamil Nadu, the different zones, different places based on the water availability, soil nature is there. Soil nature is different. So soil nature or soil nature of different in different places. That is depends upon the climatic conditions. Already in the first video session time we discussed what is the climate. That is one of the factor influence the soil nature, and along with that weathering. Did you heard weathering word previously in the 6th standard onwards? You heard this weathering word. This weathering word tells about how soil is formed. How soil is formed, that is a weathering process. Soil formation process we call as a weathering. Here weathering process started with some of the big rocky places. That big rocky places are onwards by the heat influence, big rocky places will be start to cracks. That cracks caused by the heavy rainfalls on the rock, heated rocks. So slowly by the weathering process, minerals along with the water is to form the some of the dust particles, nothing but somewhat of minute particles like soil is formed. That soil to start to give the germination of the plants. Okay, then so finally weathering and climatic conditions or geographical conditions are play important significance in the formation of soil nature depends upon the these two. Okay, then various characteristics of the soil. Okay, when you take anything one soil, that is soil having the some of the characteristics. What is that characteristics? First character, soil composition. Soil containing with the what type of particles, what it is containing with. All soils are not at maintain the or consisting same type of substances. Based on the geographical conditions, based on their weathering process, these soil composition is different in different soils. Basically a good soil containing with 40% of mineral material, nothing but inorganic substances, minerals. In plants you study the mineral transport, that is a totally tells about the inorganic substances, how it will transport the one place to another place in the plants. Okay, so here 40% of the soil is occupying by the mineral materials and 25% is occupying by the water, and then remaining 25% is soil air. It must be necessary for plant growth. When the soil contains a sufficient soil air, then only the seeds to start the germination, root will growing into the inside of the soil. So that and all totally influenced by the soil air. If the soil is tightly packed, if very less soil air is there, that will be leads to the not give the chance for a good growth of the plant. Okay, so that is a soil air also play an important role. Then 10% of organic material. These percentage of the different substances is tells about the a composition of the soil. A good soil containing with 40% of mineral material, 25% of water, 25% of the soil air, 10% of organic materials. Okay, then next one. These soil particle size based on the weathering process, soil particle size is different in different geographical places or different climatic zones. So here some of the different grain size of the soil particles. Clay soil, we heard it these different soils in the some of the earlier classes. Clay soil and silt soil, fine sand soil, and then crusher sand, and then gravels. When you comparison all these different soils particles, clay soil particles are very small. Okay, and then silt the little bit bigger, so that's why I represented in the lesser. Clay soil lesser than the silt particle size. Silt soil particles size lesser than the fine sand. Then like that every sand nature, soil nature, not sand, every soil nature particles are different in based on their weathering process, Then next, another character, aggregation of diameter. Aggregation means attachment of two substances, that is called aggregation, nothing but a mingle. So here when the silt, any soil particles, grain particles, that grain particles are attached together to somewhat of sticky nature, that will gives the one proper characteristics of water holding character. It will come one more time here. Down I mentioned water holding capacity. Water holding capacity depends upon the aggregation of diameter. So when the diameter of grain size of the soil particle very less, those and all having the more water absorbing capacity. More water absorbing capacity. So, aggregation of diameter directly proportional to the water holding capacity. When that granule size of the soil very less, very small in size, those such a type of soils are having the greater water holding capacity. What it is the influence? When that aggregation of diameter is very less, automatically it influence the water holding capacity. When the water holding capacity is more in the soil, that will stimulate, that will promote the more different type of vegetation will be chances. Plant will grow very abundantly, okay, efficiently. That is about some of what are the characteristics. And then fifth character, percolation. It is a very most important. The percolation tells about the filtrating nature of soil, filtrating character. Here soil is a best purification, one of the best purification of water. When you are pouring of something dirty water on the soil, okay, dirty water on the soil, finally only water particles will be absorbed into inside. Remaining some of the dust particles, more granules, maximum granule size, bigger granules are not yet sink into the inside of the soil. Just those and all settled on the above the soil, water only will be gone. So, the nature we called as a percolation, filtration nature of the soil, that is a percolation. For example, sand soil is a good filtrate nature. Okay, some of the industries for water, dirty water or chemical water or any some of the large particles containing mixed water want to purify dana, they will drain the water into the sand containing tubes or some of the biggest containers filled with the soil, then they are pouring the water, dirty water on that containers onwards. In the bottom of that containers, they are receiving the some of the purified water, not distilled water, but we will get purified water. So, that and all given by the size of the particles, size of the particles. So, when the size of the particles increasing, it is not at filter much ability. So, sand is a good purifier. That purification nature we call as a percolation. Then topography. Topography is a nature of the soil that tells about the geographical condition of one particular place. Okay, because by understanding of the topography of the soil, we will tell about their geographical conditions, a particular place geographical conditions, how it will be present. Okay. For example, in the polar places, one type of soil we can find, and equator places we can find one type of soil. So, that geographical area shows the different type of soil formation. So, topography tells about the nature and artificial factors of the one particular area. Okay, that tells about the nature of the soil. This is about some of the introduction of the soil. So, based on the different soils, different type of plants will be adapted to in that new places or different soil conditions. So, here types of the plants, here I mentioned holophytes, axillophytes, phasmophytes and chesmophytes and lithophytes. Okay, phyte means always plant. Okay, bryophyta, pteridophyta, these and all phyta means plants. So, holophytes are grown in one particular zone and axillophytes are grown in one particular that plants are grown in one particular condition of soil nature, and then phasmophytes, chesmophytes, lithophytes. So, come with holophytes. Which of the plants are grown in the saline soil? I mean salt more containing, nothing but nearby the marine places. That plants we call as a halophytes. Okay. Then another
some of the plants will grow if soil is acidic nature. If which soil having the acidic nature, such a acidic nature soil onwards, if any plants are grown means such a plants we called as a oxalophytes. Now phasmophytes. Phasmophytic plants are grown at the place of the sandy soil, nothing but one type of xerophytes. Okay, sand places, desert places, which plants can able to resist in the low water conditions, those plants is the example of the phasmophytes. And then come with chesmophytes. Chesmophytes are grown in the rock caves, nothing but some of the plants, little smaller size plants will grown in between of the rocky particles, rock places, in between of rocky places. So chesmophytes grown in the rock caves, cracks. Then lithophytes. Lithophytes are that plants are grown on the rocky places. Some of plants can have the ability to restrict or can tolerate the low water availability. That places also some of the rocky soil, I mean rocky places also plants will grow. Okay, soil water also less, and soil is not yet in the form of the normal soil, it is a rocky substances. So based on the different soil natures, different soil particles, different plants grown to adapt that individual soil nature, individual soil conditions. Holophytes are saline soil, and then oxalophytes in acidic soil, phasmophytes are in sandy soil, chesmophytes in some of the rock caves, rock cracks, in between the rock cracks, and then lithophytes are, litho means rock kadanana, biggest rocks we call as a lithosphere, we heard it. So which plants are grown on the biggest rocks, such a plants we call as a lithophytes. Up to now what we are covered that and all regarding the soil introduction, soil composition, and soil particle, soil characteristics, various characteristics. What are that various characteristics? Soil composition, granules are size of the soil, and aggregation of diameter, and water holding capacity of granule. Already here I didn't mention anything, but here water holding capacity directly depends upon the size of the grains, size of the soil. Okay, if the size is bigger means water holding capacity is very less. Okay, so he based on the understanding of these different size of particles, soil particles, we can able to explain about water holding capacity. One more time I am repeating, when the soil particle size is very somewhat of bigger size, that will have the very less water holding capacity, should be remembered. Then percolation and topography. Percolation tells about filtering nature of the soil. Topography tells about nature or artificial factoring of the one particular area regarding soil. Okay, and these and all already just now we completed different type of plants of different soil nature. Okay, then in this video, in the beginning time I said, in this video I will continue with soil, one of the biotic factor, and then response to abiotic factors. Here up to now we completed several abiotic factors, light and temperature and water, just now here soil. So now these and all shows the effect on the living things, by their effect, organisms or living things want to show something response. That only here I mentioned response to abiotic factors. Why it is need to show the something in response? Here when the one organism want to survive with successfully or lead their life a proper manner on that earth, it should be adjust in that ecosystem. Here what purpose we want to adjust? Homeostasis. What purpose? Homeostasis. Homeostasis, idhukku munnadi video also we discussed. Homeostasis means maintenance of the equilibrium of their body fluids or temperature. Okay, internal body conditions maintain the equilibrium, maintain the some balancing. That process we call as a homeostasis. Here that definition, organism keeps the internal environment constant despite with drastic changes of external condition. How much variation, how it is happens in the external environmental several variations, even though organism want to adjust to itself to maintain of their successful life. Based on the maintenance of homeostasis, some of the organisms are shows something response. That response we want to know under 4 different natures, 4 different factors, factors nature. That is one is regulate, another one is conformer, next migrate, next suspend. These are the response is given by the living organisms. Okay, in the textbook of our NCERT, they are given the one general example. When the different people regarding the human beings, different people they can able to maintain their environment. Environment mean here house, their house to maintain of something homeostasis. Okay, here example in summer season. In summer season, some of the people who are the rich people, they can fixing in their house centralized AC. That is a some of the people ability. But all people can't able to maintain. Some maybe will buy the ACs, someone or maybe will buy the air cooler, or someone are can't able to buy. They can normally they can lead their life. Someone are can migrate the one place to another place in some summer season with the cool atmospheres wise, they will go Munnar, like Ooty, like that places. Okay, that is a one type of adaptation. So based on their convenient, based on their availability, we are showing the something changes in the seasonally, like these example is given our textbook. Okay, now here come to our topic. Based on that examples, living organisms to show the response to abiotic factors by different manner, either regulated manner or conformer manner or migrated manner or suspend manner. Okay, here what is this? Here regulate mean some of the organisms can able to maintain their body temperature is a constant, always they can able to maintain. Internal environment always should be a constant. Okay, such a organisms cannot change their body temperature or osmotic fluid concentration is never changed, maintain the constancy. Such a organisms we called as a regulate organisms. Which organisms always can able to maintain the homeostasis, such a organisms are regulated. Or simple understanding wise, which organisms we call as a endothermic. By the metabolic activities, some of the organisms body will generate the temperature. From the inner side of the body onwards, the temperature will generate. Such a organisms we call as a endothermic organisms. In shortcutly we call as a warm blooded animals. Those warm blooded animals are regulators, because that body organisms body temperature never influenced by the external environment. If little bit influenced, automatically some of the adjustment will be there. Okay, for example, in summer season our body will affected by the overheat of the external environment. On that time, to maintenance of our body temperature some constants, I mean 37 degrees centigrade, sweating will causes. That is a one type of adjustment. Okay, temporary adjustment. Sometimes when you coming to the winter season, in winter season our body surface onwards, a lot of temperature will loss out. On that time, uncontrollable shivering will come. That shivering nothing but uncontrolled movement of our muscle. So that's why our muscle movement onwards, it generate the temperature. So that temperature, it will maintain the something body temperature is a constant. So a little adjustment it can able to do if the change is present in environment. So environmental changes are not at much affected to regulated organisms. Such organisms examples are birds and mammals. So always they are maintain the something constant, okay, homeostatic nature in that internal body fluid concentration and then temperature itself also. Then come with the conformers. In the conformers, these organisms cannot maintain their internal environment constantly. Oftenly that organisms are change their temperature or body fluid concentration based on the external environment. So if the external environmental temperature is 18 degrees centigrade, that organism body temperature also will be changed into the 10 degrees centigrade. So how much temperature is present in the external environment, such a temperature shows the influence on that body. The body of organism body also will show the same type of temperature. So that temperature they are receiving from the external environment. So that's why here I mentioned ectothermic. Ectothermic organism simply we can say is cold blooded animals. Shortcutly, the definition of conformers, which organisms cannot maintain their body temperature constant, oftenly will change by the external environment. Such organisms are called as a conformers. Now come in the graph. There is a graph wise here one line I drawn here, horizontal line. That horizontal line is a regulator, indicates a regulator, because these regulators maintains the body temperature constant. Whether environmental temperature if it is changed, that is not a matter to regulators. But conformers wise, in the yellow color I mentioned the one slope, because that conformers oftenly will change their internal environment by the influenced by the external environment. In this time, one of the important thing we want to discuss. See, in this corner I mentioned partial regulators. Partial regulators means that organisms, some of the organisms can able to tolerate the changes in the external environment. Up to certain limits they can able to change, but finally they are maintained the conformers. They are maintained in the regulator. Okay, the body, internal body conditions, it will change by the external environment, but up to certain limits only it will change. Finally, it will maintain the one constant condition. So that's why we call as a partial regulators. Okay, then the regulators completed and then conformers also completed. Okay, these regulate and then conformers we call as a physiological adaptations. Then next one migrate. I said general example is given in the NCERT book. Some of the people can able to move the cool places. Okay, Simla, Ooty, like. So here also some of the organisms cannot maintain their body temperature constantly, or maybe some little bit maintains, but not act as a conformers. So for their favorable conditions, in which places they felt if something favorable, such a place it will migrate. So if any one place, their native place something difficult to survive, so that organisms will migrate to their native place to something good suitable place to survive. So here one example I will say, that one is a Keladho Liye National Park in the Rajasthan is a best example for migratory birds. Some of the North American birds, Siberian birds are to migrate a long distance to come to our India, Rajasthan district. For why? In that northern places are in winter season, more coolness is there. That more cool environment is not a suitable for growth or convenient to the survivability of these Siberian birds, some of the birds. That birds for convenient environment wise, which place is suitable for convenient to growth, such a places they are start to migrate. That is an example of migration. Not only this, water time, water bodies explanation time, some of the fishes anadromous, catadromous migration it will do. That anadromous and catadromous migration for breeding, that just previous video we discussed regarding water. So that you should be recall. Okay. Then next one, suspend, another response, suspend. Here some of the organisms can't able to show the regulation mode, can't able to show the conformer, migration also it can't able to show. They shows a suspend manner type of response. So here that organisms to go long sleep in particular season wise organism shows long sleep, that seasonally winter sleep and summer sleep. Already in the previous classes you studied these two words, hibernation and then estivation. Hibernation it is tells about winter sleep, and then estivation is summer sleep. Okay, because of some of the pond places, lake, it is dried out in summer. See that mud, in that mud at the time of the estivation time in summer seasons, that aquatic organisms create the burrows and going to deeper level of the soil, that it will take long sleep. When they are felt something favorable conditions, it will come out from the burrows. Raining season beginning time it will come out. That type of activity we seen in frogs. Frogs will go deeper levels in the some end of the summer, beginning of the summer, and then it will come out beginning of the raining season to start the breeding purpose, their breeding. So that is about hibernation and estivation. And one more characteristic, one more nature of the suspender, diaphase. Diaphase is nothing but a temporary stop of their development process. In which development some of the aquatic organisms are having the larva stages, indirect development. Indirect development when the zygote formation after, from the it will form to the adult one, in between of the adult one and zygote larva stage irikana, that will tells about indirect. So that larva stages developmentation time, when the larva felt it is inconvenient environment to continue to development. So on that particular situation, that larva stages to stop at the stage of their development, up to what development is happened, from that developmental stage it is arrested. So such a type of temporary arresting of their developmental process, that we call as a diaphase. Phase means to stop. MP3 player or video players phasing, keeping of phase means it will not come to the forward, it will not come to the backward. Just in which place we stop that process, we stopped up to that onwards, again when we need it time we will continue. Like that diaphase also, larva stages are to stop the development when they felt uncomfortable. When they felt again comfortable zone, it will start to development. Okay, these and all some of the responses of organisms to abiotic factors. Because of all light, temperature, water, soil, these are all abiotic factors, shows their influence on the living organisms. So that's why that influence wise organisms also to respond their convenient manner, maybe whether some of the regulators, some of the conformers, some of the migrators, some of the suspend. Okay, these regulator conformers are both are physiological adaptations. Migratory suspend is a habit, behavioral adaptation, their behavior. migration from the one place to another place, suspend, hibernation, estivation, their behavior. Okay. So, situationally the necessary time they will express of any one of their conditions.